Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to It's Your Call. I'm your host, Kai, and today I am joined by Joe.
Hi, guys.
So today we are bringing on Joe, who is a absolutely amazing person in this bridge world. He has started a club called 13 Top Tricks Bridge Club. It's up in Washington. He is bringing in so many players into the game, and he also is an ACBL tournament director. So if you've seen him before, your eyes are not failing you. He's probably come to your table and solved the little problem that you had at the table. So I wanted to know a little bit about you. How long have you been playing bridge? Okay.
I was working for a chemical company at the time called BAS, and I knew nothing about bridge. And one day, I'm just sitting in the break room, and I have my cribbage board out on the table, and I'm hoping that someone will come up and know what it is and offer to play with me. So this guy named Dan comes up, and he's like, "Is that a cribbage board?" I'm like, "It sure is." And we play cribbage during our lunch break. It's like, well, normally I play bridge during lunch, but we were short a man, so, we couldn't play today. He's like, "Do you know how to play?" And I'm like, "No, I've heard of the game, but I've never played it." And he's like, "You'll come down next week and, we'll show you how to play it." I found out there was this thing called a bridge club that you could go to. I showed up one day at the Charlotte Bridge Association, played with the director, my first time, and I was hooked on duplicate.
Yeah.
Been playing ever since then.
Wow.
And in 2015, I became a tournament director.
So tell us a little bit more about 13 Top Tricks.
13 Top Tricks, I purchased the game and I renamed it 13 Top Tricks from a local player in the area named Barbara Nist. At the time, we were just coming out of the pandemic. So she is a fantastic person and she is in love with the game. After the pandemic was over, she wanted to bring face-to-face bridge back. And it was really, really hard. And so she didn't care. She opened up her club again, small venues, maybe 1 or 2 days a week. And she might have only gotten 3 or 4 tables. Vaccinations were required by the state of Washington. It was really tough to get them to come out, but she didn't care. She wanted to help bring bridge back. And so she didn't care about making any money doing this. She would roll out this great spread of food and be really welcoming. The players started to come back, but she didn't want to do it forever. So she started the game and I took it over in 2023. We stayed in this clubhouse, this small neighborhood clubhouse for about a year. And then in February of 2024, we have our own space now, a full commercial space. We can fit about, 23, 24 tables in here if we have to. We've got a kitchen. We're in an office park with lots and lots of parking. So we're in a great location. We're coming up on a year this February. So we're the largest club in Unit 446, which is Seattle and the surrounding areas, and we're the second largest club in District 19, which is Pacific Northwest. We did about 2,600 tables last year, and we're hoping to do more. We've got classes 5, 6, 7 days a week. We're doing well here. We got a lot of players coming in, and we're all having a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, that just has me so excited. And to hear that it just came purely from a place of passion and you're continuing Barbara's journey and her dream, and it's really coming true. So keep it up, keep bringing in more players. Thank you for sharing your stories. And I hope that there's a bunch of others who feel inspired by this and can also just work on the clubs, because that's where we get people in. That's like our entry level, where we get people excited about the game, get people not scared about duplicate anymore, because it's just supposed to be a fun and social interactive space. I think it's time for us to get into a bidding problem. Are you ready for It's Your Call?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Here is your hand. It is a 5 count, but it is a very, very flexible 5 count, let's call it that. And you are playing imps. Everyone is vulnerable. Your partner is the dealer, and they start things off. They open with 2 clubs, and then it goes past to you. What are your opening thoughts here? Where is like your ideal contract, and how is your plan on getting there?
Well, I don't know what the ideal contract is yet, as my partner could have anything.
Right.
My partner probably has a heart stack.
Yeah, just knowing how bridge works, they would give you a heart stack here.
My partner's opening either on points or on tricks. So it very well could be they have a self-sufficient heart stack and not much else. Now, if that's the case, my hand is probably almost worthless to them. I don't have any quick tricks for partner. I strongly suspect that my partner has a heart stack here, but I'm going to bid a 2-diamond waiting, and I'm going to wait for my partner to bid hearts, and then I'll see what I do next. If they don't bid hearts, then I'm much more optimistic.
So it goes pass, and then it goes to no trump from your partner, and another pass.
So partners got presumably 22 to 24, some kind of a balanced hand. I wouldn't be shocked if they turned up with a singleton club and just were stuck for a rebid, because and with these strong hands, especially if you're 4-4-4-1, those are very tough. I'm just kind of anticipating the bad things that might happen. Is 3 spades, would be some kind of minor suit hand. So it depends on what you're playing as 3 spades. I would probably bid 3 spades, tell partner to select a minor and see what they do with it. Because I'm going to go either, we could end up in 5 clubs, but, we could end up in 6 clubs if they've got just the right hand.
Right. So, yeah, like in most people's systems here, 3 clubs is Stamen or Puppet Stamen, and then 3 hearts and 3 diamonds are both transfers, and lots of people play 3 spades as a minor slam try, 3 no trump as natural. 4 clubs Gerber maybe, like that could be, because you're not sure what 4 clubs is, and you're not necessarily sure that you want to bypass 3 no trump, although if there's any hand that you would want to bypass 3 no trump with, I don't mind doing it with this one. Yeah. So what is your style here? When you play 3 spades here with your preferred partner, what do you like to play?
Well, this situation doesn't come up all that much. For situations that don't come up a lot, I basically just acquiesce to what partner likes to play, figuring like, this is not the hill I want to die on.
Right.
One of them says, I want minor suit Stamen, and that's what I want here. And the other one says, I want, slam try here for the minors. They don't come up all that often.
Right.
So if they want to, if they're really insistent that they want one rather than the other, I would pretty much, acquiesce to what they.
Right. Being a good partner.
I would probably say pick a minor.
Okay.
And see what they say. If they have a 4-card minor, I want to hear it.
Okay. So, and if they don't have a 4-card minor, they can just bid 3 no trump?
Yeah. Okay. So I know a couple things. So I know that they don't have a 4-card minor suit for me. So we're not bidding in diamonds. So diamonds, I couldn't completely rule out diamonds. So what does their hand look like? They have at most 3 diamonds and at most 3 clubs. So do I know that I want to play 3 no trump? So we're playing imps, huh?
Yeah, we're playing imps.
And I want to give myself the best chance of making this contract. 3 no. What could go wrong? In this auction, they're almost certainly going to lead a major suit.
Yeah.
So I've identified that I have some kind of minor suit holding, and my partner says, I don't like that. So is this the kind of hand where I unilaterally want to place the contract in 5 clubs? I'm not sure 5 clubs is right. I'm not sure that 6 clubs is right. So what would we need to have? So if they had ace, king of clubs, ace, king of diamonds, and the ace of spades, or the king of spades, that would make 12 tricks. Well, probably. I guess the diamonds would have to work out.
It's a lot of aces and kings.
Well, they open 2 clubs.
Right. They gotta have something.
Ace, king, ace, that's 18 points. They could even have room for another ace in their hand.
Yeah, easily.
They have 22 to 24 points. So I wonder, what partner would take 4 hearts to mean at this point. They would think that it is some kind of slam-going control bid.
Mm-hmm. It certainly, people could take it as a splinter. People could take it as a control bid.
I think I might bid 4 hearts.
Okay.
And if I hear 4 spades out of heart, now I'll go to 6 clubs and take my shots, be in a 1-loser situation. And if I hear anything else out of partner, I think I'm just going to, escape to 5 clubs. If I hear, 4. I guess what would 4-0 be? I guess 4-0 would be, hey, I don't have any more controls. I want to play here. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only. So I guess that's your two options that your partner has is four spades or 4-0. Four spades being more forward going and 4-0 being non-forward going. I mean, your partner doesn't necessarily know what your minor holding is. I mean, you've got a 7-4 here.
The partner should smell a very distributional hand here.
Yes, for sure.
I went to 2 diamonds first. I put in a waiting bid. I'm like, I'm not announcing my suit yet. I'm moving the auction forward. Why did I bid a waiting bid? And then I'm moving the auction forward towards the 5 level. What's going on here? I must have a very distributional hand, and he's almost certainly holding, I bet you he's holding the ace of hearts, and he thinks that my 4 heart bid is showing a void, if I'm showing that control.
Your partner, regardless, is bidding 4 spades.
All right, well, I'll go 6 clubs now. I think that's all we can handle. I don't think we're making 7 on this one, although it's not impossible. But I think if 6 comes in, I think it'll be a good board, even if it makes 7.
Yeah, so
You're going to risk the grand.
Yeah, no, I don't think I was never picturing grand here. I was just always being like, am I going to be playing in 5 clubs or am I going to be playing in 6 clubs? And you do get to play in 6 clubs, and your partner's hand, they have ace king 4th of spades, ace jack 4th of hearts, king 3rd of diamonds, and ace king doubleton of clubs.
Okay, well, it looks like we're probably in pretty good shape.
The problem is you have 2 diamond losers, right? And I don't see a way that you can get out of them. That's just the tough one here. There's just this one tiny thing that we're just missing the jack of diamonds, or like even the 10 of diamonds to give us the slightest edge or chance of doing it here. But I completely sympathize. I probably would have bid 6 clubs here too, just because we have this beautiful long-running club suit. We have no worry about hearts. Yeah. And it was just a shame here. And the other fun thing I like to mention about this hand is 3-0 trump is dead in the water. You can't make 3-0 because you can't get to your running club suit.
Yeah, the clubs turn out to be useless as well, as long as the queen of diamonds doesn't pick up a trick, right?
Right. If the ace is with east, you can make 3-0 trump. Yeah. Right.
Well, maybe today, I'm playing against a beginner and they lay the ace of diamonds on the table.
They could. They certainly could, right? Take your aces. They're playing in 6. I got this one, but I got another one somewhere, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not, you never know. They might take their ace. Who knows what could happen? It's kind of grim, but you never know what the opening lead is going to be.
I mean, in 6 clubs, they certainly could lead the ace of diamonds. That is an option. I doubt that is what would happen. I think that more likely you would probably get a club lead. Lots of people do like leading trump against slams.
The laying down an unsupported ace is usually going to cost you a trick, and it certainly would cost you a trick here.
Yeah. I had a slightly different auction where we have different definitions for our 3-spade bid. For us, 3 spades forced 3-0 trump, and then I showed a single suited club hand by bidding 4 clubs. And this immediately was just asking my partner for key cards, in which case they showed 1 or 4 for us. And at this point, if you know your partner has 4 key cards, you have no clue if one of them kind of has to be the ace of hearts, right?
Yeah. Well, they could have something like king, queen, jack.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It might not be the ace of hearts. They're just saying, hey, if they lead a heart, I'm okay. They could even have something like queen, jack, king, queen, 10 in the heart suits.
Yeah.
So they're just saying if a heart's led into my hand, I'll be okay. I'll be able to survive. They're not going to be picking up the heart suit. It's not like I probably wouldn't bid 2-0 trump on king and 1.
Right.
Technically, it stopped if the lead's coming into you, but that's right. Kind of a...
If your partner has absolutely nothing, king and 1 ain't going to stop nothing. And you'd still need to work on your suit. And the north hand doesn't even have a suit, actually. So, it's just going to be one of those sad tales where they're able to run their hearts.
Yeah. And when south bids 2 diamonds, I mean, they could have absolutely nothing.
Right. If you don't play 2 hearts bust.
That's a good point. I mean, it depends on what systems.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm playing 2 diamonds, waiting in general, but.
Right.
You'll find a few people who are bidding 2 Heart Bust. I used to play that. I find that, just kind of an aside, the 2 Heart Bust seems to be kind of like regionally popular in certain areas. So it was pretty popular down in Charlotte. But when I moved up to Stamford, Connecticut, it was virtually non-existent. People didn't play it up in the Northeast, but people played it in the Southeast. And here in Seattle, I've seen it a couple times, but for the most part, most people tend to 2 diamonds as a waiting bid here.
Yeah. And I mean, where I am, Two Hearts Bust is quite popular as well. So in California, there's a lot of people that play Two Heart Bust.
Maybe it has to do with the warmer climate. The warmer climates prefer 2 hearts.
Bust. I think you're onto something there. This seems to be the common thread. But yeah, so this was a wacky hand. Either system that you use, it's kind of a guess. You don't know if partner has the ace of hearts or not. If partner has the ace of diamonds, you want to be in 6 clubs. If partner has the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds, you want to be in 7 clubs. But if partner has the ace of hearts, you just want to be in 5 clubs. It's just, there's no way to get the information that you need to get to place the contract properly.
It's irresistible to go to 6 for me.
I agree.
I can't be talked out of it. You could even show me the, partner's hand, and I'm like, well, that happens.
Well, I think they're just gonna play the ace of diamonds at trick 1, and we're gonna be smiling, and they're gonna be in pain. 6 clubs made. Let's go, everyone.
Or or something like they lead a little diamond, you play low from dummy, and they fly up with the ace, and now you make it.
Voila. Beautiful.
Unless they rough the diamond because it was a singleton. I don't know.
Oh, could be. Would be so mean. So now I need to ask everyone watching, what would you do? How do you do your minor slam tries? Would you even do a minor slam try? Are you one of the people who might just bid 3 clubs opposite the 2 clubs? Because I considered that, and eventually I was like, it's not good enough. The partner's going to expect an ace or king at the very least. Those are our thoughts. Both of us got to 6 clubs, but is there anyone there that would be able to properly place this contract in 5 clubs? Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your methods. We'd love to hear.
I'd like to hear from a precision.
Oh, that's good.
Club, and I bet this is a hand where a precision club might get you out of trouble. So you go 1 club past a diamond bust. Diamond says 0 to 7 points usually, or 0 to 8, depending on,
Right.
The thing is, precision is got a lot of modifications you can make to it. And precision is actually pretty popular up here in the Seattle area. A lot of top players play it, and maybe I'll get their opinion on it tomorrow. So we pose a club, and then, what do they have?
Do they have like a multi-dimensional, like no trump thing? Or do they have another way to show like just a general strong hand?
I'd have to ask. What is this, 22 imbalanced? Partner has.
Yeah.
I don't know what their rebid is in this situation. It might be 2 clubs, or not 2 clubs. It might be 2 no trump after this, and then I guess you're kind of sort of in the same spot. But
Yeah.
there are other ways where they keep the bidding low and show good hands. I'd have to ask them, because there's a few different variations of it going around. So I can ask some of the A players who use precision. I'm kind of curious now what they're going to say, how they would handle this.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your insights. And I wish you luck. I hope that your 13 Top Tricks Bridge Club continues to grow. And I'm sure everyone's going to be seeing you in Memphis, because you're going to be directing there now.
I will. But, thanks for having me on, Kai. This has been a lot of fun.
I'm glad to hear that, as long as it's fun. All right. I think it's time to say goodbye. Happy bridging, everybody. And don't forget to let us know your thoughts on this hand. If you are a strong club player, we want to know how you would bid this one. Bye.